Sitting over here at the park. I might do a walk here or something, but I figure I'd read a few Psalms and share with you something that's going on in my life. I haven't been diagnosed or anything just yet, so don't worry. I'm going to read a Psalm or two. I haven't been reading the Bible like should have been here lately, and this is something I knew I've been needing to do anyway. But anyway, I'm going to read Psalm 70 through 73. Yeah. Okay. So it says, "Make haste, O God, to deliver me. Make haste to help me, O Lord. Let them be ashamed and confounded that seek after my soul. Let them be turned backward and put to confusion that desire my hurt. Let them that let them be turned back for reward of their shame that say, Aha! Aha! Let all those that seek thee rejoice and be glad in thee. And let such as love thy salvation say continually, Let God be magnified. But I am poor and needy. Make haste unto me, O God. Thou art my help and my deliverer. O Lord, make no tarrying. In thee, O Lord, I do put my trust. Let me never be put to confusion. Deliver me in thy righteousness and cause me to escape. Incline thine ear unto me and save me. And be thou my strong habitation, whereunto I may continually resort. Thou hast given commandment to save me. For thou art my rock and my fortress. Deliver me, O God, out of the hand of the wicked, out of the hand of the unrighteous and cruel man. For thou art my hope, O Lord God. Thou art my trust from my youth. By thee have I been holden up from the womb. Thou art he that took me out of my mother's bowels. My praise shall be continually of thee. I am as a wonder unto many, but thou art my strong refuge. Let my mouth be filled with thy praise and with thy honor all the day. Cast me not off in the time of old age. Forsake me not when my strength faileth. For mine enemies speak against me, and they that lay wait for my soul take counsel together, saying, God hath forsaken him. Persecute and take him, for there is none to deliver him. O God, be not far from me. O my God, make haste for my help. Let them be confounded and consumed that are adversaries to my soul. Let them be covered with reproach and dishonor that seek my hurt. But I will hope continually and will yet praise thee more and more. Hello. My mouth shall show forth thy righteousness and thy salvation all the day, for I know not the numbers thereof. I will go in the strength of the Lord God. I will make mention of thy righteousness, even of thine only. O God, thou hast taught me from my youth, and hitherto have I declared thy wondrous works. Now also, when I am old and grey-headed, O God, forsake me not, until I have showed thy strength unto this generation, and thy power to every one that is to come. Thy righteousness also, O God, is very high. Who hath done great things, O God? Who is like unto thee? Thou, which hast showed me great and sore troubles, shalt quicken me again, and shalt bring me up again from the depths of the earth. Thou shalt increase my greatness and comfort me on every side. I will also praise thee with the psaltery, even thy truth. O my God, unto thee will I sing with the harp, O thou Holy One of Israel. My lips shall greatly rejoice when I sing unto thee, and my soul which thou hast redeemed. My tongue also shall talk of thy righteousness all the day long, for they are confounded, for they are brought unto shame that seek my hurt. Give the king thy judgments, O God, and thy righteousness unto the king's son. He shall judge thy people with righteousness, and thy poor with judgment. The mountains shall bring peace to the people, and the little hills by righteousness. He shall judge the poor of the people. He shall save the children of the needy, and shall break in pieces the oppressor. They shall fear thee as long as the sun and the moon endure throughout all generations. He shall come down like rain upon the mown grass, as showers that water the earth. In his days shall the righteousness flourish, and abundance of peace so long as the moon endureth. He shall have dominion also from sea to sea, and from the river unto the ends of the earth. They that dwell in the wilderness shall bow before him, and his enemies shall lick the dust. The kings of Tarshish and the isles shall bring presents. The kings of Tarshish and the isles shall bring presents. The kings of Sheba and Seba shall offer gifts. Yea, all the kings shall fall down before him. All nations shall serve him. For he shall deliver the needy when he crieth. He shall deliver the needy when he crieth, the poor also, and him that hath no helper. He shall spare the poor and needy, and shall save the souls of the needy. He shall redeem their soul from deceit and violence. And precious shall their blood be in his sight. And precious shall their blood be in his sight. Hello, hello. Rusty, Stephanie, and the Russian thing, X10, hello. And he shall live, and him shall he be given the gold of Sheba. Prayer also shall be made for him continually, and daily shall he be praised. There shall be a handful of corn in the earth upon the top of the mountains. The fruit thereof shall shake like Lebanon, and they of the city shall flourish like the grass of the earth. His name shall endure forever. His name shall be continued as long as the sun. So that tells you right there, the sun and the moon are going to be around for quite a long time. And men, there it is. And men shall be blessed in him. All nations shall call him blessed. Blessed be the Lord God, the God of Israel, who only doeth wondrous things. And blessed be his glorious name forever. And let the whole earth be filled with his glory. Amen and amen. The prayers of David, the son of Jesse, are ended. And then you get one more. Truly God is good to Israel, even to such as are clean of heart, or of a clean heart. But as for me, my feet were almost gone, my steps had well nigh slipped, for I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Therefore pride compasseth them about as a chain, violence covereth them as a garment. Their eyes stand out with fatness, they have more than heart could wish. They are corrupt, they speak wickedly concerning oppression, they speak loftily. There it is. I'm just looking at something in my eye here. I'm going to talk about that in just a second. Where was they at? Loftily. They set their mouth against the heavens, and their tongue walketh through the earth. Therefore his people will return hither, and waters of a full cup are wrung out to them. And they say, how doth God know, and is there knowledge in the Most High? Behold, these are the ungodly who prosper in the world, and they increase in riches. Verily I have cleansed my heart in vain, and washed my hands in innocency. For all the day long have I been plagued and chastened every morning. If I say, I will speak thus, behold, I should offend against the generation of thy children. When I thought to know this, it was too painful for me. Until I went into the sanctuary of God, then understood I therein. Surely thou didst set them in slippery places. Thou castest them down into destruction. How are they brought into desolation in a moment? They are utterly consumed with terrors, as a dream when one awaketh. So, O Lord, when thou awakest, thou shalt despise their image. Thus my heart was grieved, and I was pricked in my reins. So foolish was I and ignorant. I was as a beast before thee. Nevertheless, I am continually with thee. Thou hast holden me by my right hand. Thou shalt guide me with thy counsel. Afterward receive me to glory. Whom have I in heaven but thee? And there is none upon earth that I desire beside thee. My flesh and my heart faileth, but God is the strength of my heart and my portion forever. For lo, they that are far from thee shall perish. Thou hast destroyed all of them that go a whoring from thee. But it is good for me to draw near to God. I have put my trust in the Lord God, that I may declare all thy works. Good stuff. Emma Bang. Hello. Hello, Eric. What's going on? Sitting over here reading scripture, man. I got some weird stuff going on in my eyes. This is going on for like a couple of years now. This isn't the one you sent me, Eric, but it's close. I think I got this from local church Bible publisher. Now, I got this off the internet. Got this off of eBay. Yep. So anyway, yeah, man. So I got an eye problem. In the last few years, however long it's been, I've been on latanoprost. The eye pressure in my eyeballs is a little too much. It's called ocular hypertension. And if you're not careful with it, it can mess up your optic nerve and cause permanent blindness. And part of it could cause angular glaucoma, some kind of angle closure. That's why it's called angular. So you get glaucoma around the eyes, and you start to get tunnel vision, in some cases. Well, for some reason or another, the doctors had me, well, all the reasons, he's had me on that stuff for a few years now. And sometimes I forget to take it. Sometimes it's been like periods of time. But here lately I've been taking it quite a bit. And, every once in a while I'll forget about it. But most part I've been taking it, putting it a drop in my eye and everything. But here in the last several months, I've noticed kind of like when I look at especially when the sun's shining, and I look at a certain way, I can kind of notice like a yellow kind of, it's like when you look at a light too much and you get that little after image, but it's kind of, it's not really set out so much. It's just kind of, I can see it in a way, but when I kind of look away from it or kind of get my eye straight, then it's not there no more. But like when I close my eyes, I can see kind of part of it like around my eye, and it seems to be affecting this one more than this one. And both of them are kind of like on the inside of my eyes. But anyway, what the medicine does is it causes your eyes to get the pressure out. That's what it does. And the ocular hypertension could be caused from, high blood pressure, which is what I have, or diabetes and stuff like that, or maybe some other stuff, which I don't think I have that. But my A1C probably kind of has gotten a little, probably got a little bit higher. I don't know. I feel like I put on just a tad more weight here lately, but here in the last couple of months, it just seems like it's kind of gotten a little bit more in my eyes, and so it's kind of scary. And I kind of read up on it here a few minutes ago, and it's kind of got me scared. But doesn't mean I'm going to go blind or anything, but it's just a thought of it, just like that right there. When I just moved my eye to the right, I saw the ether image, then it kind of left, you know. But before that though, is like a couple of months ago, there was like these little one. I had it in this eye at first, about a year or so ago. It was like a ring, and it kind of ring kept, like I can look left or right or whatever, and it'd appear. And if I look like that, it'd appear, and then eventually that ring kind of started folding in on top of itself, and then just kind of left. And then months later, this eye started doing it. Several months ago, this eye started doing it. A little ring, and it kind of just fills it out. And there were whole bunches of like little grease dot spots, and everything. Like somebody had poured water on grease, how it bubbles up and stuff. So, and eventually that went away. So, but I do know whenever I use that stuff quite a bit, it really helps it settle down. So, but I got a doctor's appointment coming. Eye doctor appointment coming next Monday. I think it's next Monday, 16th, 17th. What's the day? Today's the 9th, right? So yeah, I think it's the 16th or either Tuesday. But he's going to do an eye exam, which the reason why I was supposed to get it in September. I should have had it done in September, but I couldn't get it done because I really didn't have the money. I don't have any insurance whatsoever, because I was at the time I probably could have got it done and everything, but they set the appointment up for later, and then I lost it. Actually, I missed the appointment because I got confused at the date. They didn't really tell me they weren't really specific about the date. They were kind of vague about it, and I say that's them. They could have been me. I could have been the one on the date. So I missed the date. I think they set it later, and then they kept calling me for the eye exam and whatever. I thought they were talking about getting my glasses. I'm like, I already got my glasses on my prescription. I just need to come for the test and everything. But instead of calling them, I try to email them back whenever, or text them back when I should have just went ahead and called them. So that could be on me as to why my eyes got worse. I'm not trying to blame them, but anyway, nevertheless, I got to go there next week, and I got to pay how much ever money that I probably ain't got. I mean, I can pay for the eye. If it's $150 eye exam, I can pay for it. Yeah, sure, but I also have other bills that I got to pay for. So I got to consider, okay, which one's more important, my eyesight bill, or going blind. Or paying the bills, or going blind, I suppose. But the people who want bills paid ain't gonna regard all that, you know. But with this new job and everything, and my mom getting my taxes back for me and everything, it's helped. It is helping, because I had a job that was 24 hours a week, and that wasn't doing nothing. And that was like almost a month later after I left the where I was at, the security job, because I screwed around and just I wasn't watching what I was doing. So I got that job, and it was only 24 hours a week, and it really didn't help matters. I mean, it helped enough, but I couldn't pay my bills like I should have. I couldn't pay my mortgage like I should have, but I could pay my loan and stuff, and I'm doing pretty good on that, my loan. But as far as the mortgage and all that stuff, I missed 4 or 5 payments, and here lately, they kind of did a loss mitigation thing, and it gave me a little bit of forbearance. I had to put all kind of information in and stuff like that. They don't care if something's wrong with my eyes. They want their freaking money, you know. So I'm praying to God that that just ain't the case. That I'm not going to go blind or whatever. That I keep on top of my uh, blood pressure stuff for my eyes, that latanoprost and my blood pressure medicine. Try to eat a lot better and everything, and but like today I didn't. I went to a Chinese place, but I've been eating a lot more fruit and honeydew and cantaloupe and almonds and raisins and stuff like that. But I'm in the habit of going to the Waffle House pretty much every other day or every couple of days. So try to eat chicken, try to stay away from all the other stuff, pretty much. But I don't know what's going to happen. Yeah, exactly. My thing is, Eric, I don't want to be nobody's burden. I don't want to be nobody's problem. I don't want to be blind and be somebody's issue, or I have to get freaking disability. You know what I mean? And that really scares me. It really does. I don't want that for my son. I don't want that for anybody else. Now, you put a good woman in my life or whatever, and I happen to get that way in time, then, that's what the Lord wills, but not right now. Not right now, please, But I was saying on my other one, I was doing this on a, on my TikTok, that, oh gosh, I lost my train of thought. That, heck, I forgot my train of thought. I saw somebody and just gone. Just like that. Gone. Don't you? Oh, yeah. Ocular headaches. Ocular migraines, what do you call it? Like the other night. Yes, it is. What did I say, Gypsy? Oh, talking to Eric. I was sitting there the other night. Sometimes I kind of feel this achiness in the corner of my eye there. I don't know. I gave a little bit of tears, so I hope that helped. I was sitting there the other night at work, though, and I was looking at my phone or something, or that was last week, I believe. And, everyone here lately, here with the past year or two, I've had this, what do you call it, ocular migraine. It's just like you see it like a kaleidoscope. You'll see it like a little dot, and it's right there. Whatever you look at, it's in front of a word, and then it just kind of gets bigger. Eventually, it gets bigger. It looks like a darn kaleidoscope. Somebody, how you look through a kaleidoscope, and it kind of gets bigger, strings out, and then it kind of goes over, and it's gone. It takes about 30 minutes or so. I bet. Floods. But anyway, I just hope to God, I just pray to God that it's just something that the Lord just puts a cap on for me, so to speak. And if I get it, I hope I don't get enough where I can't stop driving, where I have to stop driving or whatever, or doing whatever you know, get it under control, get it handled, and everything. And so the thing is, I gotta work, and when I gotta work, I'm sure I need to cook better things for myself besides going out to eat all the dang time. But I gotta work. I gotta make payments on the house, and I don't want that to be a burden on my son or anybody else to take up any, my mortgage or whatever else, because I'm going blind. Yeah. But a good thing about it is though, when I get home, I get to go to sleep and everything, and I love it. And so it's just a trade-off of instead of being up all day, I'm up all night somewhat, and then I sleep good part of the day, and then I get up. I can do what I want to during the daytime and everything. So, right now, the sun's overcast. My eyes are acting better, but I even got a prescription I'm supposed to get over there, but the thing of it is, they had doubled the price of the frames. And I'm like, my gosh, I was paying like $250 for them, and I'm supposed to be getting this discount thing card from my job, and it's supposed to give me some vision discount thing, and so hopefully um, by the time I go, I'll have it in the mail so I can kind of get my discount and get my frames. What I'm thinking about doing is taking my old frames from my last pair of glasses and getting them, and these right here are swapping them out. Telling them, hey, well, take these and put them in here, and put those and put them in this, And so hopefully they can do that. I don't know if they will or not. Oh, we can't do that. Like, hey, look, I don't have the money. I'll pay for the darn frame, for the lenses. Just help me out, because I'm going blind anyway, pretty much, So, help me out. Yeah, I don't mind doing it myself. It just took a while to get acclimated to do it. It took me a good little bit to get used to it. But fortunately, I did it when I was younger, and I did it when I was a little bit older, and so to pick it back up again, it wasn't that bad. I didn't do it, all the time, but I kind of remembered. I guess my body remembered it, and so my thing is, like, the shift I work is from 10 to 6. So for me, that's a great shift. Oh, murga! I squashed my finger. Heavens to Murgatroyd. Wasn't too bad. But yeah, I think, as far as cooking, I can buy stuff. Do like my son's trying to do this for himself, trying to save up, buy stuff and cook it or whatever. I'm not a great cook. My son can cook pretty good, but our shifts are different, and so that way I can try to eat a little bit better. I haven't been to the doctor in several months, so the last time I was there, my blood pressure was kind of up. Not really, really bad, but it's like, hey, it's kind of keep a check on it, but type of thing. And so I take Lisinopril, but Losartan. That's what I take. I take Losartan and everything, and so my blood pressure is up there. Even though I lost weight and everything, but I think I put a little bit more back on, because this right here used to waddle a lot. When I lost weight, it came down a bit, but it feels like it's kind of filled out a little bit more. So, and my man boobsies are coming back, And I remember pinching my waist a little bit. My finger could go further down. My thumb and my index finger can go a little bit further down, but now it's kind of going like that. So I think I got carried away or whatever, and about that same time is when that stuff in my eye started acting up, started acting weird, and just I mean it was already I had some issues with my eyes anyway, but these it just slowly, some of them kind of, when I looked at a certain way at the light, there's a kind of brownish type of glow or whatever, like right now there's just a tiny bit. Well, that's my finger, duh. But especially when the sun's shining, like right now when I close my eyes, I can see I can see a little bit of it because it's kind of darkened. But whenever the sun's shining or light hits me in my eye, or whatever, I can really see it. It's like somebody, whenever the doctor takes and shines into your eyes, and you can see the back of your retina. Mine kind of has it's like a scar on the back of my I guess the retina, or whatever you want to call it, or it could be my iris or my pupil. I don't know, something. Yeah, and there it goes right there. Just did it. Just kind of yellow. That was outline-ish. That's the thing with these weirdos here. Unless you give them freaking money, they ain't gonna help you. Yeah. Some of mine go, and I look and it goes, flies up, and I look and it goes. I don't have them big blotchy floaters now. I don't even have the little. I can't. Well, I got one right there. It's kind of doing something other. You're doing this. But I used to have little strings, but now I got like little spots. I see like little spots right now, a little here and there, with like little cores in the middle of them. They're round. They got like a little core in the middle of them. They go. Yeah. So there are times though I can look at the sky or whatever, a white background, and I can see little dots, and they're like. And I know that's not floaters. That's probably blood vessels in the back of the eye where blood's flowing in and all that stuff. So you can kind of see pretty much a circulation in your eyes or whatever. It's just pretty cool. You can just all that light coming in, it's hitting the back of your retina and everything. You can just see little oxygen or whatever it is, little capillaries. Yeah, well, I mean, not what's flowing in them is what I'm trying to say. But there's sometimes when I open my eyes up and everything, I see the veins. Sometimes I see like the capillaries or the veins, the branch, like especially like when a doctor does that thing with the light. Like when I open my eyes up further, that's when I saw it right there. Whenever the doctor hits the back of your eye with a light and everything, you can see the veins and whatever. I kind of get a vision or image of that, but it kind of goes away. It disappears. Worms. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to go blind or what, or I have no idea. But it's mostly like I have. It's a smaller one right here, in this part of my eye, and then there's a little bit bigger one here. It's called. It's called angular glaucoma. Angle closure glaucoma, because it kind of goes around your eyes, and it can kind of squeeze in. You get tunnel vision. And several times my doctor was like, "Well, we're gonna need to check my eyes, make sure you don't go blind." He just kind of laughed it off. He was like, "Are you being?" I'm like thinking to myself, "Are you?" I mean, to me, his concern wasn't like, "Well, what we really need to do, what I need you to do, is this, thus, and so." But he just like, "Hey, kind of, yeah, we know what you get mine." Like his attitude wasn't as bedside mannered as I'd like it to be. I wanted him to kind of like slap me around. Hey, look, make sure you take those eye drops, or you're gonna go blind. You understand? Yeah, he just laughed things off. It's like there's something he deals with every day, and he just same old thing for him, you know. But the last time I went there was back in September, and they did my eyes and everything, and so I was supposed to get my new prescription, but I couldn't get my new prescription because I didn't have the money. I don't have insurance, but I'm supposed to be getting insurance. The enrollment comes in 6 months, but I'm supposed to be getting these discounts and this stuff any day now. I don't know how it might work with with my vision thing, but I hope it does something. I appreciate that, Gypsy, because it's had me worried. I mean, I know that it's like, oh well, here the last couple months or so, few months, I'm like, oh gosh, here we go, I got some kind of crazy stuff in my eyes now, and it seems like it's kind of gotten a little bit more escalated, yeah, I guess. But I started reading those things, and I'm like, oh crap, because the doctor said the same thing, but he just like his concern wasn't that big, you know. Yeah, you could lose your eyesight. You can get glaucoma and you lose your eyesight, you know, and stuff. So, you know, yeah, that can happen. So, hey, dummy, make sure you take the medicine. Make sure you take it every day, or you'll lose your eyesight. Okay, he didn't do that. And I just think they deal with people every single day that are doing this kind of thing or have this kind of thing, whether it's diabetes, whether it's hypertension or blood pressure, and it's just so mundane to them. It's not that they don't care, it's just that they got so many people to care for, but they're not very cheap either, and I don't have the money to be paying a high dollar amount, one thing, for new glasses, for new frames that are astronomical, astro-freaking-nomical. And he did say my eyesight has changed a little bit. So that the eyesight that I was, my glasses, my prescription has changed just a little bit, which is good. And I'm happy about that it's only changed just a little bit within a few years and everything. But the other thing, the ocular hypertension, the possibility of angular glaucoma, yeah, that's evidently it's getting to a point now where I can't not be without that stuff that I'm taking. It's called latanoprost, and it's like blood pressure for your eyes, along with losartan. So that's why the prescriptions are easy to remember: latanoprost and losartan. They both start with L. Well, yeah, what am I supposed to do? Go blind. I mean, I tell you what I did one time, and I did it foolishly. I said, Lord, just let me go blind for some, I don't know why I asked, about 12, 15, 13 years ago when I was at work, and I'm like, Lord, just let me go blind if I can't, because I don't want to see certain things. And I don't know why in the hell did I pray that? Why in the world did I do that? Why in the world did I say that? And then no, I hope you ignored that, Lord. I hope you ignored it, because I don't want to go blind. I don't want it to be somebody else's burden. Maybe I meant when I got older and I had like a wife or something to help and take care of me, like Isaac with Rebecca and everything. And how he went blind and his wife is there, and it's kind of like not totally blind, but not right now in my youth when I need to take care of things. Not right now. When I'm 54. Yeah, well, I already did that. And I kind of reneged it, I think, at the time, but I'm like, Lord, not now. That was 13, 14 years ago. I was in my 40s. How much power do I got on my phone here? 58. Probably go and take a walk. Want to go take a walk? Let's take a walk, gents. Like right now, when I did that, I could really see it. Right when I do that, I let it go up. I pull my eyelid down, I see it. Right there, I saw it. And I saw it right there. It's like a little yellow little band. Yeah, definitely. There it is right there. There it is right there. Let me test something here. I can see a little bit of yellowish right there on the corner of my eye. Oh. I'm going to see it again right there. Right when I pull my eyelid down. But when I go over here, I don't see it. It's right here. It's in my peripheral, inner peripheral type of thing going on. Yeah, Eric, you still making knives? Smell pot. No, I don't believe so either. I don't think that's helping at all. Because sometimes if I'm looking at the thing, or if I see something much bigger at times, like TV or what have you. Damn, somebody's smoking. Smoking pot around me, whoever you are. I don't want to get high. But, what was I saying? Yep. That squiggly little line, that kaleidoscope looking shimmery type of stuff, and it's like, it just kind of does this right here. It kind of gets bigger. It spreads out until it's gone. Yeah. I see it right there, little yellow thing. It's translucent, but the more I go this way with it, I don't know why. It's the pulling my eyelid down, I can see a lot better. I mean, I can kind of see it a bit. I think the more you take that other stuff too, that latanoprost, you kind of get brownness around your irises and stuff like that. Says you're supposed to have longer eyelashes, things like that. I don't even have that yet. Probably ain't taking enough. Yeah. I'm like, Lord, if I gotta go blind, let me go blind whenever I'm way older. Not when I'm 54 years old. Just let me have a little bit more time. When it matches my age, maybe, yeah. I really don't want to be blind in a world that's like this. Nobody will help. Nobody would even consider helping a middle-aged man that's blind. Probably got diabetes. It'd be too much trouble for them. And I keep thinking to myself, yeah, I'll have my other senses. I'll have better hearing. I'll have better feel, touch, smell, and better hearing, touch, smell, feeling, taste maybe. Because I pride myself on my hearing, I suppose. We've been staying in my Bible and still have. I haven't been in my Bible enough. I just read some before y'all got on, and so that's the. I've been taking my Bible to work with me every night, but I haven't actually got to reading my Bible. But instead, I've been on the internet looking for clues on certain things and trying to get some information for somebody, for the Bradley family regarding their daughter and sister, and also making AI characters come alive. And I haven't been on that lately. I've been pretty much on the Bradley thing. But at the same time, trying to use whatever gifts the Lord has given me to help them out in that way. And at the same time, just trying to, give God the thanks for what ability He's given me, even the abilities I don't have. Anyway, yeah, I wish I could do that. I mean, I can, but I won't get nothing done around the house. Like, what do I do around the house? What do I do? If something broke down, I'd probably be petrified, and I'd probably try to call somebody or whatever if I couldn't fix it myself. I don't trust my son to fix it. He got this degree or whatever in the AC or whatever, HVAC. But I wouldn't trust my son to work on the HVAC. Wouldn't do it. I better go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and just take a walk because I need to anyway. Trying to get some exercise going. And then I'm gonna go home, take an hour nap, maybe more, get some sleep in that I ain't got, because I've kind of been offset because of this change in time. And so I'm gonna try to get me some sleep. And like I said, I didn't get a whole lot of sleep. I was on this thing earlier, looking at stuff. I should have looked more in, like right now I get that little flash. I do like that with my eyes. But sometimes whenever I take that stuff, I don't get that. I'm glad you can brag about that, Gypsy, but I can't. I'm poor and needy and all this other stuff. I need stick. Playing with the trains. I get my practice in. See? He's gonna walk the stick. for the teeth, huh? My car's, my truck, about knocked myself out with stick. My truck is good to go. I got the oil change in the other day, and they got this synthetic blend you can put in your car now that's 5% synthetic and 95% regular, conventional. And I told the dudes, they're my son's friends and everything. I'm like, yeah, okay. I don't want you tearing up my truck though. Started not in a good way anyway, you know. Good kids, good boys. They're my son's best friends. And they were telling me, man, you need to talk to your son about chasing women and going out to that so-and-so place, that camp. He wants, because my son wants to, he feels like he needs to serve the Lord by going and preaching to people, kids in a camp for 3.5 months, only getting $1,500. You know, he's going to leave his job to do that and get $1,500, and he's going to try to raise the rest of it like in missionary work, trying to raise the rest of it to get like $3,000 altogether, when he could be getting that in 1 month. The Lord, I feel like the Lord's calling me, this, that, and the other, and I'm dead set to go. I'm like, well, if you're dead set to go and you feel like the Lord is calling you to do it, and you're still waiting on the Lord to give you an answer, but you're dead set to go, then that's probably not the Lord. So, yeah, you're right, Eric. Some are more than others. And I think a season ain't no 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. A season could be a week or two. A season could be a couple hours. You know, in some cases, it's been, you know, it could be a year or two. It could be a year or more. It could be 20 years. God forbid, though, without reading the Bible 20 years. But then again, for some people, it could be just like they read it for the first time and remember a lot of stuff, you know. You know, and so, I mean, I don't want to go, oh, shoot, off a stick. I was blind to be in trouble. Where's my stick? Where's my stick? Can't find my stick. No, I wouldn't know how to act. And I mean, it's bad enough to go through the season. I mean, I have those seasons and stuff where I just get into doing other things, and particularly about not reading the Bible continually, like Gypsy does. And so, I mean, people can read the Bible every single day and still, I'm not talking about you, Gypsy, but still miss out on things in life, you know, that you need to know. Like, in my case, I might be getting more in touch in life, more about people, than I would be, that could be in the Bible, you know, helping others and stuff like that, and having empathy and all that. And that's what I felt like I've been kind of doing ever since I've been working. Well, actually, it's been recently. I've been kind of trying to help out again with the Bradley family ever since right before my birthday. It's been over a week and a half now. But I try to just let it go. try not to get involved with it so much. Try to do my own research about it and kind of delve in it every now and again, kind of see where things stood at as far as the search for Amy goes, and just kind of pray the Lord would help. And that's the thing too, I pray. Sometimes I forget to pray. Sometimes I pray every night, every day. Then I'll forget a couple of days, and I say, oh, darn, Lord, sorry about that. It's not like I say, hey, boy, you forgot to pray to me, I'm going to whip your butt. Thank God you don't. You know, thank God it doesn't. I deserve way more than that, than just a simple whipping. You know what I mean? I deserve a total butt cutting. Don't we all? Run, ants, run. Took a hole in the anthill. But we deserve way more than we'll ever know or even can think and imagine as far as being created by our God. But it's by His grace that every day we live on this earth. You know, we don't get what we deserve, but we get His grace. We get His love, you know. Some of us could be reading His Word a lot more. But then again, too, some of us need to experience His Word a lot more while we read it. You know, and try to do unto others. Got a tip out. Try to do unto others and be more empathetic to others. Because I'm telling you, I have really, really gotten empathetic with the Amy Lynn Bradley case. I tell you, it's got me emotional. You know, how this girl could disappear off a cruise ship 28 years ago, and nothing. I mean, there's clues to suggest she might have walked off. There's clues that suggest that she might have got abducted. But it's either the girl, woman now, doesn't want her family to know where she is for protection wise, for she might have children, or she's not with us no more. But you know, her brother feels, her family feels, a lot of other people feel intuitionally, who are more empathetic, she's still around. And she's kind of, in some ways, in some forms, when people have thought they saw Amy Lynn Bradley with the tattoos, whether it was 28 years ago, whether it's been 20 years ago, they've all felt that, hey, that was Amy. That looked just like Amy, you know. So, and most times when you look in on the websites, or you go to the FBI, or you go to Wiki, she disappeared. She didn't die. She just, thankfully, finally, they're all pretty much saying she disappeared. She vanished, disappeared, whatever. She was not found, hasn't been found. The case is still open. It's a cold case, somewhat, but, you know, I kind of get into things like that and everything. And I like to try to see if I can be a help to people. And I feel like that's something that the Lord has called me to do. And maybe a subtle way, and maybe not like, hey, go do this, hey, go do that. Gently and calmly, you know, little by little, here a little, there a little, there a little, this upon that, that upon that, you know. How did it go? How did that passage go, Gypsy? Here a little, there a little, line upon line, line upon line. I think I'm doing pretty good with this darn stick. I like having a stick. Here a little, there a little, line upon line. What was the other part of the scripture? I forgot. But I just pray that the Lord will let me have what I have, visually speaking, so I can do those things, And so when I do read the Bible, I can actually read the Bible, And instead of relying on somebody to get me the Wander Bible, like my son, I'm blind, son. Why don't you go buy Dad a Wander Bible, and I'll figure out how to mash the buttons. You'll have to change the batteries for me. You'll have to make house payments. You'll have to make car payments. I can't do it no more. I'm blind. I'm disabled. I don't want that to happen to my kid. People say, well, you need to start taking that medicine then. Yep. But tell you what, other than a miracle from the Lord himself, I gotta work. I can't work and be disabled. And that way I can get insurance. I don't want to rely on the government to give me insurance and be blind. And then I have to rely on them like, well, we can give you this, but we can't give you that. Oh, I'm blind as hell and you can't give me this. I worked all my life and you can't give me my money back. You know what I mean? Alright, I'm gonna stop this at 7:30ish, I think, 7:15. So not the live, but I'm gonna stop walking at 7:30. Get my tail in here and go home, go to bed, take a nap, put some stuff in my eyes, and supposed to work within 3 to 4 hours, and then the max would be probably 8 to 12. So should be good to go at work. Then I'll have to take it same time later, I suppose. If I can't, that's the thing. It's like, from what I understood, you're supposed to take it before you go to bed in the evening. That's what it says. But my schedule now, especially now, and even when I work the weekends, doesn't allow that. I got to stay up all night. But it's a good thing too, because I'm not in the sunlight and the sun's not hurting my eyes. And I don't wear sunglasses. Of course, my glasses do transition, but not enough, because I just can't afford all that deep transition, whatever you call it. But whenever they transition at times, sometimes I can't hardly see. And it's like at the same time, it's like it's not transitioning enough. Oh boy. Getting on my third lap here. I did 10 laps the other day, last week. Yeah, I'm nervous about it though. It scares me. My hope is going there next Monday. It's like, well, what we have is what could be considered as minor blindness. I feel like he would probably talk minor blindness, but not full on to where you need to stop driving or something like that. I'm not trying to imitate him too bad, but he does talk that way. But what we're going to need you to do is keep on the Latanoprost, on with that. We'll get your glasses fixed up for you. Cheesy. And maybe we're going to put you on something a little stronger for your eyes. And you need to take it every day and get that swelling down. So that's it. I got blood pressure medicine and I got high pressure medicine. And who knows what I'll have in the future. Whatever medicine I'll have. You know? Who knows? But anyway, it's kind of got me wigged out, y'all. I just don't have to. I really don't have to deal with it. How you doing? Dude went walking in the bathroom with a backpack. Guess it's gonna blow up the bathroom. Maybe literally. Okay, I'm on number 3 now. Number 3. Whew. Jesse, I'm just gonna come over there with you. And we'll go walking in the hot Australian sun. Play with the koala bears and stuff. Hey. Mountain View Baptist Church in Benton. I went there about 10, 11 years ago, me and my son, but I don't know any more about it than that. I don't know if I know you. Do I know you? Thank you, Eric. I appreciate it, brother. But our wife, whatever, I hadn't been there a long time. And if you're talking about that one that is like you're going toward Reliance, I guess. I don't know any more about it than that. But I do know there was a fellow by the name of Pete there. The preacher there was Pete. Been a long time. 11 years, I think. I'm getting on 12. Getting on 12 years almost. You live around here somewhere or something? Yep. Do this one and one more. I'm gonna wrap it. Oh. Yeah. Oh. Oh, it is. Cool. Yeah, I haven't heard anything about Mountain View Church in a long time. Yeah, Pete's good. He was a good fella. I think his son, his boy was disabled or something other, in a wheelchair or something other, as far as I remember. And I can ask my son though. He might know. But I don't know nothing about him other than that anymore. I hadn't seen him in years. Not unless I've seen him in town somewhere I didn't know. But I'd assume they'd be more toward Benton than they would here.
No, sir. And Janice and Ricky. The name might sound somewhat familiar, but I'm not quite certain because unfortunately I don't make it a point to get to know too many people in this area. Well, I haven't, rather, sorry. And maybe that's on me, but if I saw their faces, I probably know, but I don't think so. The names kind of sound familiar, somewhat familiar, but it has been 12 years ago since I've been over there. And ever since my dad passed away, I haven't been there. Around about that time, I think, well, not long after my dad passed away was the last time I was there. And that was 12 years ago. It's not a chicken truck. Chicken. No chickens. Thank you. I appreciate that. Tell you what, that does get me nervous, though. I tell you, it scares me. Just kind of wished I was taking it more seriously whenever I wasn't taking it seriously, though. I probably would have ended up the same way. Seen the little things I do, maybe not. Maybe it wasn't be as bad. But I was just being naive, kind of ignoring it. You know, like all dummies do, especially when they're in their mid-50s, like me. Gotta think a little bit more about those type of things. Don't want to get my family too overly concerned. I'm not mentioning it, but you know, thought I mentioned it to my son a couple of times. Oh boy, I think I'm going to end with this one, and appreciate y'all watching. Thank you for your concerns. I'm gonna go ahead and end it. Get on to the house and just deal with whatever I gotta deal with. Wash up, take a nap, get ready for work tonight. To the Lord. I was always telling my dog, all right, Herbie, see you in the morning. Lord willing, creek don't rise, the truck don't break down, I have a heart attack and die. I tell him that every night. I told him that when I worked full time at another place, and then not as much, but now that I'm working full time again, I tell him that, my dog that is, you know, just the way that the Lord watches out after foolish people, which I am a foolish person. Yes, sir. Very foolish. Somebody popping the gun. I'm gonna take this stick home in my truck. Might need it. Truck looks a lot cleaner. Alrighty. this up. It's about 7:30, and yeah, sorry, Waif. I haven't really talked to Pete in a very long time, and he probably wouldn't know me from Adam if I saw him. But he probably, oh, I remember you. I can remember him, but he probably wouldn't remember me. He probably would. But anyway, same with you, man. Hope everything's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and get off here. Y'all take care. God bless. And pray with me. And whatever you got, let me know. I'll pray with you too. See you later.